Alright, here are the rules. A Day to Remember ranking. Any song that A Day to Remember has put on their albums, I will be ranking them. Yes, even the covers. I will be ranking every single one of their songs from best to worst with a small explanation and a snippet so that you can understand what I'm talking about. I just wanted to see where they fell from grace. So, let's get into it. See, High Diving has this weird, like, manufactured aura around it. It just sounds so generic, and it is so far away from what A Day to Remember are capable of. The acronym is a terrible acronym and has no sort of nuance to it. I mean, this track is so forgettable that I don't even remember putting it on this list. The ba ba ba's in this fucking song are absolutely atrocious. Very stereotypical chord progression throughout and just no sort of unique presence. I don't really have a problem with this track, it's just the only instrumental track that they have in their discography. Brick Wall just seems like it doesn't even know what it wants to be, and that is just the best way to describe it. I mean, the song's called Bloodsucker. It definitely does suck the life out of you, that's for sure. I know people are gonna get mad that this one's on the list, it's so low, but it sounds like they just wanted to try all the metalcore tropes at the time on one track. Maybe I'm just a sucker for A Day to Remember acoustic tracks, but this is definitely their least interesting. This really shitty Imagine Dragons track just rubs me the wrong way. I only have this song this low because of the length of the song and how little content it has, but for 1 minute and 49 seconds, this track slaps. I'm not really a fan of big piano tracks, especially in Day to Remember's discography, and that is why this is here. Even though you have the story behind the album, this song just really suffers from a really bad production issue, even though I am a fan of the guitars. I wasn't really messing with this song at first because I thought it was pushing a really bad message, but as I read the title a little bit further, it is kind of all about being negative, so I guess I can't really hate on it that much for that. I'll put it to you this way, I only like this song because if it was somebody different behind it, I would actually enjoy it more. Like I said, I'm a sucker for a Day to Remember acoustic track, and this is, you know, not as bad as most of the songs on You're Welcome. A very forgettable track in my eyes. The way I see this song, it's a more heavy version of the plot to Bomb the Panhandle. It doesn't really appeal to me, in my opinion. I mean, the song isn't bad, it just doesn't really have a lot of, you know, personality traits to it. Exquisite guitar work in this song, and I think this is where we actually start to pick up where I actually like the songs. Another very forgettable track. I really can't remember anything about it. This is a very cheesy track, as there's not a lot of scream vocals, but it is more of, you know, a hopeful love song. And, I mean, there's nothing bad about it. Not really a fan of Jeremy's more falsetto-like singing in this song, but I think the chugs during the second half of the song are actually very well made. I think I'm a little bit biased towards this song because I did like it when I was a kid, but looking back on it, this is just City of Ocala Part 2. This one is a one that I've grown to like. I actually didn't like Mind Reader at first. The more I listened to it, the catchier it got, and that's why it's here. I mean, for a song that's literally under 90 seconds long, it slaps really hard. The second best track on You're Welcome is Last Chance to Dance Bad Friend. Even though I'm not a fan of that title, it's the closest thing to A Day to Remember metalcore song that we got on You're Welcome. Compared to what was on Common Courtesy, this is definitely one of the more forgettable tracks. Probably the third best track on You're Welcome is Degenerates, and like I said with Mind Reader, I've grown to like it. With harsh breakdowns and Jeremy's clean vocals, I think that this song is a little bit underrated. Same About You is fine. Now look, don't get mad at me for this one. It's just compared to what they have released after, 1958 is not as impressive. This is a song that I never listened to on this album, and I am so mad that I didn't before. This is a very, very underrated song. I mean, you can clearly tell that this song is made for their live shows, and I'm kind of mad that they don't ever play this anymore. Even though I personally do not enjoy Exposed as much as everyone else does, this is a very cool metalcore track that A Day to Remember was able to put off their 2016 project. I mean, I don't personally have an attachment to this cover, as I didn't really listen to this song growing up, but this is off of their B-Sides project, and if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Permanent is definitely not as good as Last Chance to Dance, but as you can hear in the music, it sounds a lot more like A Day to Remember. It sounds more genuine than what they released on that 2021 project. A song that I did not really fuck with at first, but the more I listen to it, the more enjoyable it is, as it just sounds more like a pop punk track, if anything. The sing-along factor to this song is just remarkable. Really enjoy the harmonies on this song, especially as the production has improved, so you can really hear the more full aspect of Jeremy's voice. Okay, and the best song on You're Welcome, Resentment. I think I enjoy this song a little bit more than I need to. It's like an angry guy who's happy about his new girlfriend. This is one of the best Pop Goes Punk songs that exists. One of my personal favorites is You Had Me at Hello, and it's just such a cute song from A Day to Remember. I don't really have anything to say bad about this song, my least favorite off of this project. I personally enjoy the acoustic version a lot more of this song, but it's still passable. I think this is possibly the only A Day to Remember Christmas song that I've heard, so there you go. Dope guitar riffs and a really great metalcore track. A solid opener to kick off What Separates Me From You. This is possibly the most deathcore A Day to Remember will ever get with their music. I think the message behind this song sells me more than anything else. Personally, a big fan of the songwriting on this song, as it's a little bit more personal than some of the stuff that was on Common Courtesy. The only reason I'm putting this as high up as it is because if I did not see that music video, I would have not liked this song. Don't get mad at me that this one is so low, it just continues to get better from here. Like I said, I'm a loser for a Day to Remember acoustic songs, so I'm Already Gone definitely deserves it at a higher spot on my list. Another song that when I was younger I listened to, so I guess this has a little bit more of a nostalgic piece in my heart, honestly. I'm not going to mention every song that I've heard live, but I've heard this one live before, and it was a great performance. I feel like Bad Vibrations gets a little bit more hate than it should, because I really don't see a problem with this track. Great way to kick off the album, and great vocals throughout. Another song that I kept sleeping on whenever I listened to this album. The pure energy and stadium feel of this track just make it, in my opinion. I think the mix of acoustic and electric guitar works really, really well here. You're not the person that I knew back then. The progression of this track is what makes it, in my opinion. Plus, Jeremy McKinnon's falsetto vocals actually fit a lot more comfortably in here. A song that I had no idea existed until I saw them live back in 2018, and I gotta say, so listen to this if you haven't. One of the catchiest choruses off of Homesick, and just such a good track to listen to. Felt so sober, never felt the low that I feel tonight. A song I have a lot of nostalgia for, especially because I used this in an old 2K17 project. I don't know, I just think Out of Time is a very well made song. Common Courtesy is one of the more personal projects from A Day to Remember, and I think that City of Ocala perfectly paints how A Day to Remember is as people. Once you turn this song on, that opening will draw you in immediately. I like the song in general, but I feel like this conversation adds to the music a little bit more. This is personally one of my favorite songs from A Day to Remember. The great clean vocals from Jeremy leading up to the chorus, and then the high note that leads off into the second verse, followed by the scream vocals in the bridge. It's just so many things that I can remember about this track because I love it so much. Another song I have a lot of nostalgia for, as I remember watching Jared Dines and Austin Dickey's cover of this, and then adding this to my Spotify as soon as I listened to it. One of the funniest A Day to Remember song titles. This is definitely a fan favorite song for a reason. A real OG track from A Day to Remember. You Should Have Killed Me When You Had the Chance just has so much replay value. Another very cute track from A Day to Remember. Leave All the Lights On, You Had Me at Hello. All of these songs kind of correspond with one another, and like I said, I'm a dork for acoustic songs, so there you go. Paranoia is a great rock track, a great way to get people excited for Bad Vibrations. The title track of my second favorite A Day to Remember album. You want to sing along to the chorus so bad whenever you hear it. I think it's a very sweet track for their parents. The scatting at the beginning from Jeremy while he's trying to find the melody from the guitar is just such an iconic part in A Day to Remember's discography. I think this is one of the best collaborations of genre fusions that A Day to Remember has ever put out. And as you can see from A Day to Remember's fan base, this is possibly one of the more underrated tracks in their discography. This one is for the memes, and also because this song just slaps in general. Have Faith in Me is such a hopeful track, and it's also kind of emotional if you really do know the story behind it. One of my fondest memories is going to A Day to Remember and seeing them live and doing this exact move that they did in the music video at the show. I wish I had a video, but it was such a long time ago that I just don't have a video of it. How can I not put the plot to bomb the Panhandle up in the upper echelon of this list? Everything about it is iconic. The music video with Ron Jeremy in a fucking gi. The catchy chorus that just brings you in longer and longer. You cannot tell me that you have never done the da-da-da-da-das to this song. Just such a great song to introduce anyone to A Day to Remember to. It may be a little bit too high, but personally, I really love how hard-hitting and experimental this track is with all of the pitch shifting and all of these video game style effects, as you can see in the music video as well. If you know the context behind what this song is about, with them getting, released from their contract from Victory Records after not being paid, and also the music video is one of my personal favorite music videos of all time just because of how fucking crazy it is. This is my go-to song for whenever I need a cry. If It Means a Lot to You is just one of my favorite tracks of all time. The feature from Sierra Custerbeck just adds to another layer of what the song means. The la la la's just being prominent than ever, and just so many sing-along factors. Hearing this live was just another experience, especially as they played it on acoustic guitar. I had to put All I Want all the way up because I just think that All I Want is one of the best songs that A Day to Remember has ever released. Once again, the music video is iconic. It's definitely like a time capsule of the time of all the bands that were out. As you see, Pierce the Veil, Acacia Strain. And the best track from A Day to Remember is this. Come on, that chorus, the screams, the music video, which is one of the first videos I ever got introduced to by A Day to Remember. Thank you to my cousin for that, by the way. But come on, dude, this is A Day to Remember's best song. And nobody can tell me wrong. This is iconic. This is awesome. And that's it. Every A Day to Remember song ranked. As you can see, All Signs to Point to Lauderdale, that one was hard. But if you want me to rank my albums, as you can see, this is the ranking. And I'm not going to go fully in depth with it. As you can see by the rankings of the songs that were on here, a lot of the songs came from What Separates Me From You. I know that many people would consider Common Courtesy their best album, but personally, I've always loved What Separates Me From You, especially because all 10 tracks I have saved, and I don't think there's a single skip on that album. But yeah, if you guys want me to do any more ranking videos, let me know because I am definitely down. I just have to prepare myself for all of that. I hope you all will give it a like and a subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.